It's a regular Tuesday morning, and the air in the local downtown bank is thick with the hum of money being moved around. Employees hustling and customers scrolling on their phones as they wait in line. The doors swing open, and in walks Miss Ethel Jenkins, a woman who, by all accounts, doesn't fit the usual mold of a bank owner. With her deep-set wrinkles and the stoop in her back from years of hard work, she's an undeniable presence. But what catches everyone's eye isn't just her weathered face or the cane in her hand. It's the massive sack slung over her shoulder, bulging with something. Money? Clothes? No one knows, but there's an air of mystery about her. She approaches the counter. The tellers, all young and eager, glance at each other. The scene's almost comical. This small, elderly woman standing confidently before them, carrying a sack as though she's got something far more powerful than cash in it. One of the tellers, Sarah, chuckles under her breath. "Sarah, can I help you, ma'am?" Miss Jenkins. "Yes, you can. I'm here to take ownership of this bank." A silence falls over the room. The young tellers exchange skeptical glances. "This can't be serious," and teller one. "I'm sorry, what?" Miss Jenkins. "You heard me. I own this bank. It's mine now." The laughter starts. Quiet at first, but it builds. A security guard, seeing the commotion, leans in with a grin. "Mike, ain't nobody got time for this, lady. You ain't taking over nothing here." But Miss Jenkins isn't fazed. She stands there, calm as can be, as if she's heard it all before. She places the sack on the counter, and the sound of something heavy shifts inside. The bank manager, a young man named Tom, steps forward trying to control the situation. "Tom, I don't know what kind of joke this is, but we're going to have to ask you to leave, ma'am." Miss Jenkins doesn't flinch. She slowly unzips the sack, revealing stacks of old, weathered, but undeniably real documents, some of which are stamped with official-looking seals. "Miss Jenkins, you're going to want to read these papers. They'll show you I've got the legal right to this place. You see, I've been waiting a long time for this. My whole life, in fact." The laughter in the room dies down, but the skepticism remains. Still, there's a murmur now. Could she be serious? The young employees look at each other, uncertain. A few of them are starting to realize this isn't just some random old lady. As the manager reluctantly starts flipping through the papers, his eyes widen. The documents are solid. They detail decades of legal battles, forgotten paperwork, and old records of a failed attempt to take ownership of the bank. A transfer of assets from a corporation she used to work for that no one thought would ever matter. But Miss Jenkins had been watching, waiting. She wasn't just any old black woman with a sack. She was a woman who had worked in the background of this very bank for decades, unnoticed. She knew the ins and outs, the hidden flaws in their legal system, the overlooked paperwork, and she'd kept it all under wraps, biding her time. She had the receipts, and she had been one step ahead. "Miss Jenkins, this bank has made a lot of money off people who don't have what they need to fight back, people like me. But now, I own the deed. I own this institution." The room is silent. The young employees are no longer laughing. The power dynamic has shifted. "Tom, how did you—" Miss Jenkins. "I've been in this game longer than you think, son. The world thought I was just some old woman to be overlooked. But this is my victory. I've been paying attention my whole life." It doesn't take long for the rest of the employees to realize what's happened. The press gets wind of it. Soon the story is everywhere. An old black woman, one who had spent her life in the shadows, claims ownership of a major financial institution that had overlooked her, disrespected her, and assumed she was powerless. But Miss Jenkins wasn't powerless. She was patient. She was clever. She knew how to play the game better than anyone else. She'd been quietly gathering evidence, watching the bank's moves, and slowly positioning herself. When the moment came, she moved decisively, and the world had underestimated her. The bank is forced to reassess its operations. The young employees, once laughing at her, now have to look at her with a deep sense of respect. They see the legacy of what she's done and how her quiet rebellion broke down the very system that tried to push people like her to the margins. Miss Jenkins wasn't just owning a bank. She was showing the world that resilience, patience, and sharp wit could break even the biggest institutions. And to those who laughed, well, they regretted it. Because Miss Jenkins wasn't just some old black woman. She was a force, and now they knew it.